and I'm from BA1194B. Today I want to discuss about banker's acceptance. So, what is banker's acceptance? To find out more, let's get started. So, what is banker's acceptance? Banker's acceptance is a financial instrument in which the bank, not the customer of the account, guarantee future payments. In short, this carries the meaning where the bank has agreed to pay a third party in case the account holder forgets or defaults. It is a practice often used in cross-border trade to protect exporter from the risk of partner default. So, who is eligible to use this banker's acceptance? Exporter, importer, or both? It is an importer as well as an exporter. How it works? This document works when the importer makes a transaction with the exporter of the goods from another country. The exporter is willing to supply the entire quantity up to the port of the importing country. On the other hand, exporters need a guarantee of payment. However, on the part of the importers, they doubt whether the exporter will supply the goods with the right quantity and the right quality after full payment is made to the exporter or not. So next, we move on to the where to get the document. A banker's acceptance is a timed draft that a business can order from a bank if it wants additional security against counterparty risks. Moreover, the financial institution has to enter into an agreement to pay the exporter firm a certain amount on a certain date. At the same time, the exporter can also get his money back by debiting the account to the importer. So, now we're going to talk about when the document is applicable to use or issue. Banker's acceptance are most commonly issued 90 days before the date of maturity, but can also mature at any later date from 1 to 180 days. The thing is, why exporter or importer use or request the document? Well, therefore, because both parties have some transaction-related risk, this is where banker acceptance plays an important role. The importer's bankers can provide a guarantee through the banker's acceptance to the exporter. The exporter is given a reasonable guarantee of payment as the bank will guarantee it. This is able to facilitate trade between the two parties. If there are any concerns about the quality or quantity of the goods, the exporters and the importer can make an appropriate decision. Next, we're going to discuss about how to request or apply the document. For companies that issue them, banker acceptance is a way to pay for purchases without making such a loan. For the company that receives it, the bill is in the form of a guaranteed type of payment. In addition, the banker's acceptance in turn requires the bank to pay the holder a sum of money on the due date. In addition, to obtain this document, the business entity needs to conduct high-value transactions to approach the banker who has the account. It should provide details of the trade to be executed and the amount of credit required. After that, the banker will assess the credibility of the account holder for various reasons, and the most important is the credit history of the account holder. If it is satisfied from all aspects, it will accept liability on behalf of the account holder. Account holders also have to play an important role by proving the availability of sufficient funds on the date of execution and have to pay charge to the bank. Here is also I attach the characteristics of banker's acceptance. Among them are, first, the banker's acceptance is given in exchange for the party's credit worthiness, where the banker gets paid a commission for facilitating the trade, and thus the bank's profit is tied to the contract's successful execution. Secondly, customers with a solid credit history are eligible for banker's acceptance. Customers who fall under this category are usually businesses with a solid credit history. Bond investments are also related with credit reliability. Also, its marketability is another feature. It is a marketable short-term debt instrument that may be bought and sold in the market. In such circumstance, the debtor's obligation to pay the debt is entirely shifted to a third party. Only the entity's strong ethical practices and credit evaluation regulations allow such transfers to take place. Aside from that, banker acceptance is known for making it simple to convert instruments into real money, because the sum is transmitted from the bank holder's account to the debit account at the time the instrument is created. It is said to have more liquidity. As a result, there is a lesser danger of liquidity verification. As we all know, when we talk about bankers' acceptance, there must be the pros and cons. The advantages of bankers' acceptance are: it provides the seller assurance against default. The buyer doesn't have to repay or pay in advance for goods, and it provides the ability to purchase and sell goods in a timely manner. It also has a relatively low cost compared to the hedge or benefit provided. Meanwhile, the disadvantages of this document are: the bank may require the buyer to post collateral before issuing the banker's acceptance. The buyer may default, forcing the financial institution to make the payment. That's all from me, and I hope you enjoyed watching my video. Thank you and bye. Assalamualaikum.